It's time to meet the music. I'm Julie Meek, excited to be here in WBOI's Harriet Parrish Performance Studio, ready to welcome some most traditional hip-hop to the soundstage from Andromeda. That's DJ Polaris and Brainstorm. So welcome them as they welcome you with Blue Collar.
DJ Polaris. We're in here with Brainstorm. We're Andromeda. Let's go.
12-hour shift standing on my feet. These steel-toe boots seem to keep the heat. Plus I'm flat-footed, so I got pain in my arch. It's already late July. I started in mid-March with my insurance just kicked in, but I have no time to schedule a doctor visit between a 30-minute commute to come get this loot. Got enough time to eat, sleep, shower, and reboot. They say times is hard, ain't that the truth? America eats its young, and I'm one of the youth getting chewed by no credit, low credit, bad credit, interest rates got me trapped in a box with no exits. So most times I prefer to pay cash, but everything is going digital, so even that won't last. Work is physically demanding, mentally taxing. Taxes eat my little check, this IRS never fasting.
12-hour shifts, got my knees and feet on swole. Got my check yesterday, and I'm still in the hole. Garner's Mist took control, and I still gotta roll with the punches, potato chips and bologna lunches. This place is too hot, but this ain't cool in the game. To start the revolution, still from the snakes with fangs. Drinking my coffee, trying to get this dead up off me. That's words of Javon Crossy. You know it's all costly. Went from enslavement to making car payments. The NBA still trade their peoples off for entertainment. Pop your blue collar if you still hustle for your dollars. If you don't wear Prada, but you struggle like your father. And here's before that, and then you're still getting taxed without representation. Working in the sun that's blazing. Black and brown man work for this white man. Tell them that they lazy, and then they say it with a grin.
It's the blue collar worker, America's new slave. Do the most important job, still don't get paid enough to live the American dream. In the wealthiest land, we live in poverty. It's the blue collar worker, America's new slave. Do the most important job, still don't get paid enough to live the American dream. In the wealthiest land, we live in poverty. I met this man at work the other day. He say this what happens, young man, if you stay in this kind of work for 20 to 30 years, losing everything in your life that you hold dear, like good health, family, and close friends. Time will pass you by like you were doing the bid. Can't go watch your kids when they had a school function, but watch your health deteriorate from all these fast food lunches. Not to mention pass a bunch of the time for promotion unless you got your piece of paper or they got their black token. And it's only so that loyalty to employees will mean nothing when they ship all these jobs overseas. You see me, I was once young and eager like you to earn this meager wage and retire at 62. But blue collars become victims of white collar crime. In the end, you'll get nothing. It's all by design.
I walked in this temp service, the receptionist is bugging. I asked her one question, then her shoulders started shrugging. After a gang of paperwork, signing my name a million times, $7 per hour. She offered me, it's costing me that in daycare and putting gas in my ride. I'm the hardest of workers, and I still got pride. I swept in my floors and transported the mentally challenged. Don't mind working hard, but pay me. Where's the balance? Don't want to resort to violence. Smart out of supervisor talking to me like I'm his children. Don't want to get with them. I don't know what they feeding them. This insurance premium go up every year.
Want your check?
Hell yeah, like I came in early to kick it. Gotta pay the speeding ticket that I got trying to get here. You need to get my envelope. No time to joke, my rent was due yesterday. Blue collars workers stay on edge. Yo, watch what you say.
It's the blue collar worker, America's new slave. Do the most important job, still don't get paid enough to live the American dream. In the wealthiest land, we live in poverty. It's the blue collar worker, America's new slave. Do the most important job, still don't get paid enough to live the American dream. In the wealthiest land, we live in poverty.
Meet the music. It's Andromeda on stage. That was Blue Collar, and Andromeda is DJ Polaris and Brainstorm. Welcome, you guys, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're young, but you've been friends forever. You've been making music together since high school.
Yes.
Do the roots of your musical passions begin in hip-hop, or did you bring other music to the table?
We are very versed in lots of genres of music, so it all plays into our perspective in hip-hop, because hip-hop is a sample-based music. Mm-hmm. Hip-hop isn't just hip-hop. It's the ability to listen to other musical forms, take bits and pieces from other musical forms and convert them into a hip-hop genre form. It's very similar to what an artist would do with a collage, where you would take pictures from a magazine or fabric from, an old shirt. And once you put all those pieces together, the masterpiece that you come up with that's called a collage is a conglomerate of all the mixtures of these different mediums converted into a different form.
That's a real good comparison, the graphic collage with how you do your music, and also you MC mixtape. All of that goes together to put your message into a musical form. Now, since we are on radio and we are certainly visually challenged, why don't you describe your setup that you're working with today?
And we always describe our music as traditional hip-hop. We have a traditional setup of 2 turntables and a mixer in between the turntables to mix both records together, because in the 70s when hip-hop first started, a lot of the poor youth of the Bronx, specifically area, didn't have instruments because they had erased all of the musical programs at that time, so we couldn't afford horns and trumpets and things like that. So we had a desire to make music, so we basically took a lot of our parents' old records and from funk, jazz, rock, soul, and we would use a break. And what a break basically is a breakdown part in the record that sometimes is very stripped down. It may just be just drums and a little bit of guitar. And you hear a lot of it in James Brown's music. That's why you always hear a lot of samples from James Brown. So we have the 2 turntables, and we keep that element for what we do, because we're traditional, just like a traditional guitarist, may not use a lot of pedals, may not use a lot of effects. They do a lot of things on their own. So that's our basic setup, and we try to keep that element within the music that we do.
And to put your word out.
Right,
well done.
Right.
We'll be hearing a little bit more about your process and certainly about your passion and your mission as the show goes on, and it is Meet the Music. The next piece coming up is called Hard Pill to Swallow. Want to tell us a little bit about the setup?
Just talking about the hardships that a person can go through dealing with the stresses of life, not so much what happens to you, but your reaction to what happens to you.
It is Andromeda here on Meet the Music. This is Hard Pill to Swallow.
This is a really, really painful thing to even be saying, because when we point out truth, we don't want to face them. It's really, really, really painful.
So it was a bitter pill to swallow.
Hard lessons are learned when one is hard-headed. Hopefully you don't also miss the jewels embedded in the hard way to go when your feet get sore from walking all the way around the block to go next door. It's a hard knock life, for sure, for real. Hard heels with calluses are hard to heal with no pumice stone. Just hard water from the pipes like the feet of old slaves, no relief in sight. Hard labor in the South Carolina sunlight, trying to make a run for freedom when day turns to night, when play turns to fight. Hard hands get to scrapping, though it's hard to imagine. It's known to happen like clones of fashion. Hard to tell who's who. It ain't hard to be yourself, though some don't have a clue. Hard backs are full of wisdom, and I'm living proof. Hard trials are necessary to establish truth. That's hard to swallow. Music medicine, make us look into ourselves, become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick in. Take it like a real man and keep your chest off your chin. A hard pill to swallow. Music medicine, make us look into ourselves, become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick in. Take it like a real man and keep your chest off your chin. When you're a good father and you can't see your sons, cause your ex-wife or baby mama still got a grudge. She uses your fatherly love to make you feel lost, and the realest option left will put you on John Walsh. You work hard, lot to fall, just to be a provider, but in the decision-making process treated like an outsider. You're a hardliner, and you'll attest to that, cause it's easy for black boys and black men to get trapped in a trap. Nowadays the penitentiary's full. You pray hard every day and provide good schools. Hard teachers with curriculum that challenges the mind to prepare your boys for the challenges of hard times, so they can find inner strength when faced with opposition. Cause you can't be sissy soft when it's time to make a living for the city that cost your life for the day to day, caught between a rock and a hard place. That's hard pill to swallow. Music medicine, make us look into ourselves and become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick in. Take it like a real man and keep your chest off your chin. A hard pill to swallow. Music medicine, make us look into ourselves and become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick
Yes.
in. Take it like
Let's
a
hit it
real
with verse
man and
3.
keep your
What
chest
up?
off your
Hit it
chin.
up.
Too many hard days make me hard to get along with. In this cesspool of piss and rotten fish. Hardships keep me humble like discipleship. I ain't hard, but my discipline is calculus. So I grind like a butcher to butcher my flows and leave my mark like hard shoes on gym flows. Watch me lay down laws when I spit them flows. Hard on Negroes like the days of Jim Crow. Cause those hard up for dough often sell they souls. I know life's hard, but sometimes you gotta say no and go hard in the paint. Center stage to win. Ballin' hard whether you own shirts or skins. Work it into your daily routine and work it out like a hardcore fighter for a 12-round bout. Get your hard evidence beyond a shadow of doubt and keep it in a hard case with your hard-earned count. That's
Hard pill
hard.
to swallow, music medicine.
Make us look into ourselves and become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick in. Take it like a real man and keep your chest off your chin. A hard pill to swallow, music medicine. Make us look into ourselves and become better men. Better know who you are when hard times kick in. Take it like a real man and keep your chest off your chin. That's hard.
Hard pill to swallow.
Hard pill to swallow. Well done, I might say, and make it easy for us here on Meet the Music. It's Andromeda, another original. I'm going to quote Greg Locke here. He's a wordmeister. In his What's Up magazine article he wrote about Andromeda, they're real and in a genre where roots in conflict and revolution. Being real is the best thing you can be. Same end of that. Keeping it real as you do. How do you find your voice and put that into your music?
One of my favorite things to say is everything is already real. Hard is hard, soft is soft, flowers are flowers. It doesn't take for us to make it or keep it real. Keeping it real is a statement that kind of got a misnomer. It's just really being honest and being true as possible as you can. That's all it really
Don't
means.
take the credit that's due you. There are buzz terms and overused terms.
Right.
Roots music and Americana being some that a lot of our entertainers that grace our stage look askance at. But like any genre, as you say, you're the most traditional of the hip-hop varieties going out there, and you do keep it real. You don't pull any commercial punches, I would have to say, and you stay true to your thoughts. That brings up the question, because all of this is original music.
Right.
How do you co-compose? DJ,
Right.
You are the production guru, as everyone says, and Brainstorm, you're the MC. How do you come together to compose your music?
A lot of it is mostly conversation. We came up with an idea a long time ago that we craft conversation into art.
Mm-hmm.
Many of our best songs that we feel are our best songs came about from general conversations, because we talk so much with ideas and just talking about what's going on in the world and the society and community around us. Our perspective on things becomes a song at some point, because we constantly are talking about issues that are going on in our families, our community, our society, and the world at large today. You know, we were talking on the phone earlier today,
Right.
getting ready for the show, and an idea for a song came out of that. He's like, man, write that down. You know, that may work as,
That's
as an
another
idea
wise
for a song.
point. No matter
We
your
probably
genre.
have lists of song concepts that,
Right.
outnumber the actual songs that we have completed, because we're always keeping a note of concepts or songs that come about from just general conversation. And that's one of the things that people say when they see us live is the chemistry on stage. They can tell that we are friends or we are brothers outside of doing music together, because we we interact so much when we're on stage or when we're performing, or if we're on an interview or on a panel discussion. That camaraderie comes across in the music.